Not only that, so the database management system has different kinds of application, which is, sabi ko nga sa banking, yan yung number one, which has a different kinds of transactions. Sa airlines, yung mga reservations, the schedules, the universities for the registration and grades, the sales, customer and products and different kinds of purchases. The online retailers, the order tracking, customized recommendation, manufacturing, production, inventory, orders, and supply chain. Human resources, which is employee records, salaries, and tax deduction. These are some of the only few na pwede nating magamit or pinagagamitan ng mga database or different kinds of application. So alam natin that databases can be very large. There is what we call the big data. Kasi nga sabi ko nga sa inyo kanina na may mga there is in a minute napakadami ng data na pumapasok sa isang database and databases touch all aspects of our lives sa lahat ng mga nagiging experiences natin, even yung sa cellphone natin yan could be possible, sabi natin pwede siyang maging database kasi 'di ba it handles different kinds of information. We can store information in it. University database example, these are the application programs. Okay, yan yung pag-a-add ng students, instructors, and courses. We can also register students for courses and generate class rosters, assign grades for students, compute grades, and point averages. In the early days, database application were built directly on top of file system. So ito yung mga well actually ito yung parang kanina din yung the drawbacks of using the file system to store data. Halos ito rin yung nabanggit ko sa inyo kanina. Yan, these are the view level of the data. An architecture for database system. So sabi nga natin kanina, yung view level natin merong tatlo. The view level, the logical level, and the physical level. Nabanggit ko rin to kanina. Itong sa view level natin, wag nating kakalimutan na ito yung ginagamit or wherein the user interacted kasi meron siya nung tinatawag na interface. So, instances and schemas, these are similar to types and variables in programming languages. When we say logical schema, this is the overall logical structure of the database. Halimbawa, the database consists of information about a set of customers and account in a bank and a relationship between them. Ito pinapakita natin kung paano yung relationship halimbawa ng customer account dun sa bangko. Or halimbawa, yung student account, how is it related to course table, to teacher's table. This is of course analogous to type of information of a variable in a program. When we say physical schema, these are the overall physical structure of the databases. Dito ipinapakita natin kung paano or ano-ano yung halimbawa the fields, the variable, and the type. And of course, gaano kalaki or kahaba yung kanyang i-accept. Kasi kaya nga physical, yung overall physical structure ng database natin. Ano-ano yung mga table na ating i-form. Ano-ano yung laman ng mga certain table na yun. The instance is the actual content of the database at a particular point in time. So most probably these are the value of the variable or the instance or the value or the actual content of the database. Ano-ano talaga yung kinakailangang laman ng database natin. The physical data independence, which is the ability to modify the physical schema without changing the logical schema. The applications will always depend on the logical schema, and in general, the interfaces between the various level components should be well defined so that changes in some parts do not seriously influence others. Yung physical data independence, paano natin siya mamomodify na hindi natin binabago yung logical schema, yung kanyang relationship, yung kanyang mga forms, yung nasa loob ng table. So, doon natin or doon pumapasok yung physical data independence. Well, ito yung kanina din natin ano yung sa data model. So, skip natin yan. So, the relational model, pansinin natin, all the data is stored in a various tables. So, these are, kasi nga sabi natin, a database is composed of columns and rows. So, ito yung mga columns natin, yan, ito yung ating mga columns, which is, can be defined by a field name, which is the ID, the name, the department name, and the salary. This is the rows, which is, of course, yun yung mga content, So, sabi natin, example of tabular data in relational model. Of course, this is the example of relational database. Meron tayong instructor table and the department table. Well then, kung titingnan natin, yung department table ay related kay dun sa ating instructor table kasi sa ang department naka-locate itong mga instructor natin. Kagaya halimbawa, si Einstein na meron ba ditong sa physics department, so titingnan natin dito So nakalagay lang dito ay si Watson. Yan. Next, the data definition language. So specifically the specification notation of defining the database schema. So these are the example. Ito yung nagawa na ninyo. Sabi kasi ninyo ay meron kayo na command na paggamit kung paano gumawa or mag-create ng table. So, ang tawag natin dun ay that data definition language or the DDL. So, in example natin, ito yung command, create table and the table name. These are the field names and these are the data type. And ito yung nasa kanya kung ano yung characteristics ng data type na yun. Halimbawa, kung siya ay character, ilan yung length niya. Kung variable character, ilan yung length niya. The DDL compiler generates a set of table templates that is stored in data dictionary. The data dictionary contains the metadata or the data about the data which is in the form of database schema. Dun sa ating MySQL, may makikita tayo na database schema. So, alam nyo naman yun, yung kabuuan ng ating database mismo. The integrity constraints, which has the primary key, the ID, that uniquely identifies the instructors, the authorization, and who can access what. We also have the data manipulation language. This is a language for accessing and manipulating the data organized by the appropriate data model. It is also known as the query language. So usually ito yung mga halimbawa select kung ano yung ating kukunin, kung ano yung gusto nating mapalabas, kung ano yung gusto nating makita dun sa halimbawa sa isang report, sa isang pag tayo ay naghahanap ng ating mga data. There are two classes of language. Meron tayong tinatawag na pure at saka commercial. When we say pure, it is used for proving properties about computational power and for optimization. It has relational algebra, the tuple relation calculus, and the domain relational calculus. For the commercial, it is used in commercial system. The structured query language is the most widely used commercial language o yung SQL natin. The SQL or SQL ang sabi nga ng iba. The most widely used commercial language and is not a Turing machine equivalent language. To be able to compute complex function, SQL is usually embedded in some higher level language. There are also application programs that generally access databases through one of the language extension to allow embedded SQL and the application program interface, which is the ODBC and JDBC, which allow SQL queries to be sent to the databases. Well, actually, ito yung mga naka-built-in natin sa mga nasa ating mga programming languages na nandun na, kasama na siya, naka-embed na. yung mga allow embedded SQL or SQL, yung sabi ninyo. The database design, the process of designing the general structure of the database. We have the logical and the physical design. When we say logical, this is deciding on the database schema. Ano nga ba yung magiging good collection of relation schemas? Paano siya i-connect? Ano yung relationship ng bawat isa? Is it one-to-one, one-to-many, many-to-many? The business decision, what attributes should we record in the database? Ano nga ba ang kailangan nating ilagay sa database? Ano yung mga content niya? Ano ang kailangan nating laman? The computer science decision, what relation schema should we have and how should the attributes be distributed among the various relation schemas? The physical design is deciding on the physical layout of the databases. So, ito, pansinin natin, meron bang problema with this kind of relation? In this kind, meron of course. Kasi ang ginawa ninyo, pinagsama-sama na ninyo kaagad. Kasi nahihirapan kayong magkaroon ng relationship. Dapat kasi, yung ating name, there is a separate table for an employee and a separate table for the department para hindi siya naglabo-labo. So the design approaches that needs to come up with we need to come up with the different kinds of methodology to ensure that each of the relations in the database is good. So paano natin siya gagawin? Meron tayo ng entity relationship model and normalization theory. O, sabi naman ninyo sa akin na kapag normalize na kayo ng mga tables, so most probably ay daanan lang natin siya as we go through with this subject, pero hindi na tayo magtatagal pa doon. Models an enterprise as a collection of entities and relationship, and it is represented diagrammatically by an entity relationship diagram. It formalizes what designs are bad and test for them. The object relational data models, these are the relational model flat or the atomic values. The object relational data models extend the relational data model by including object orientation and construct to deal with added data types. So it allows attributes to tuples to have complex type, including non-atomic values such as nested relation. Meron kasi tayo nung sinasabi na, di ba yung many-to-many relationship. So, yung mga complex type, kayang-kaya niyang i-handle. Yung mga many-to-many relationship, kayang-kaya niyang i-handle dun sa object relational data models natin. The XML markup or the extensible markup language, this is defined by the WW Consortium or W3C, which originally intended as a document markup language, not a database language. The ability to specify new tags and to create nested tag structures that made XML a great way to exchange data, not just a document. It has become the basis for all new generation of data interchange format, which variety tools of available parsing, browsing, and XML. So, yung mga nasa ito yung ginagamit usually sa ating mga online and web. We also have the database engine, that's storage manager, the query processing, and the transaction manager. The storage manager is the program module that provides the interface between the low-level data stored in the database and the application programs and queries submitted to the system. Ito naman ay may interaction siya with the OS file manager, which is very efficient in storing, retrieving, and updating of data. Ang issue lang talaga sa kanya ay yung pag-access ng yung storage access, file organization, indexing, and hashing. Query processing. Meron tayong parsing and translation, optimization, and evaluation. This is the yung ating ito yung ating pinakang process So i-query natin siya, ipaparse ng translator, and then magkakaroon ng relational algebra expression. After that, titingnan nung optimizer papunta dun sa execution plan. Pero meron siyang statistics about yung may database siya. Dun sa optimizer, may connected na database para uh, makapag supply ng data. For the execution plan, titingnan niya kung merong evaluation engine. So, meron pa rin siya ng different kinds of data that is being handled, and then sa kanya, ipapakita yung output. There are alternative ways of evaluating given query, yung mga equivalent expressions, the different algorithms for each operation. Kaya lamang lagi nating tatandaan na we have to estimate the cost of operation kasi it always depend on the critical statistical information about relation which the database must maintain. Kailangan din natin mag-estimate statistics for immediate result to compute cost expression.